So, hello and welcome to my guide on the quest Et Tumor Brute in Fallout Vegas. I should mention one thing before we get underway. I've done this a bajillion times. I keep fucking up the video. I keep forgetting to unequip my NCR uniform or recruit arcade or do things, and it's very vexing. And I'll be honest, I'm an idiot, and I'll be doubly honest. I'm probably gonna gloss over some things now because I'm frustrated. So this guide will probably not be the best. But anyway, in order to do this, we need to complete the quest, Render unto Caesar, to the phase where we tell him that the Brotherhood of Steel has been destroyed. We just have to play through the quest as normal. It's not a very hard quest. I mean, you can solve every single phase of it with ultra-violence, so it frankly, even the dumbest of New Vegas players who earnestly tried to walk to Vegas the first time, should understand what to do. So for the first run through this, I'm going to perform the surgery on Caesar myself.
Has the Brotherhood been destroyed?
Yep, they have.
Very well.
I'm also going to speed through his dialogue because I've heard it just so many times. I could probably recite most of this quest's dialogue from memory. And because if I wait around on just him talking, it's going to be a very boring video. And it will also kind of spoil some of the quest.
Alright, let's state the obvious.
So the first part of this, we need high enough medical or speech skill to convince him that we know what we're doing. I'm only going to pause where there's checks involved so that you can see the required stats. So I'm gonna skip through most of his dialogue and explain what the gist of what he's told me. I'm gonna explain the gist of what he told me himself. So to save his life, we need at least 75 medical skill, which is the same amount needed to pick a hard lock or open a hard lock terminal. So our options are, we can either with 75 medical skill or 9 luck stat or high enough speech or high enough work with the Legion, we can do the surgery on him, and then we can choose whether he lives or dies during the surgery. We can recover the component for the auto dock and repair that, and that will automatically save his life. Or if we have Arcade Gannon in our company of companions at the start of this quest, we can sell him into slavery. I will not be showing the Vault 34 autodock component part of this quest, as Vault 34 is an exceedingly difficult area to play through. If you've ever played a Some Guy 2000 mod, you'll understand what I'm talking about, because he has these really annoying sections that are just flooded with ghouls and radiation, and it's just misery. It's just a fucking slog unless you've got a minigun.
Slave girls are quite beautiful.
Please tell me the game did not just crash. So yeah, for the first run through this, I'm going to show you how to do the surgery, and I'm also going to show you how to get away with killing him, as that requires more skill checks. And I am aware I'm over encumbered because I have an NCR uniform. We'll get to why I have this in my inventory in a moment. We'll get to why that's there in a minute. Don't worry. So in order to get through this, we need the surgical supplies, which can be stolen from the followers of the apocalypse. Right here. They can also be bought from Dr. Usanagi for 999 bottle caps. Their price is static. It does not change. It doesn't matter what your rep is or what your barter skill is, as far as I can tell. Some perks might affect it, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so once we have the surgical tools or the autodock component is in our possession, this will forcefully trigger Kaisar to go into a coma, which I find kind of humorous because if he didn't go into that coma, there'd be no way to get him to safely anesthetize him. Because think about it, we don't pick up any medics, we don't pick up anything to anesthetize him. And for all we know, he's just asleep. He's just like in a regular coma, and if we start inflicting pain, he'll wake up, you know? He's not even in a coma for all we know. And imagine how terrifying that would be. You're asleep on your bed, and suddenly someone's cutting open your brain to operate on a life-threatening tumor, and you're just asleep. You're not in a coma, you're not dead, you've not been anesthetized. They probably haven't even administered any form of painkillers. Not even a shitty local anesthetic. And I know the brain has no sensory capabilities to assess damage to the actual brain itself, but cutting open the skin and like the skull with a saw would definitely hurt, and it would probably scare the shit out of you. And you would need like a surgical saw of some sort to get the brain open. Not to get the brain, to get the skull open. But yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna barge into the tent, and there's gonna be more dialogue. Joy. Again, he's basically just telling us
Kaisar's-
Kaiser's in a coma. I'm just gonna skip it because I don't want this video to be over long, and I'm tired of fucking hearing all this dialogue. So we run up on Kaiser, we touch his butt, and we get this. So we can leave him alone. This is basically, I'm not ready yet. We can perform the operation. This will only succeed if we have high enough medicine. We can arrange for him to die during the surgery, or we can trust in our luck and perform the operation. This last one will only work if we have at least 9 luck. So I'm going to arrange for him to die. Because I'm a dick. And Lucullus just...
Caesar is dead. At your hands. This crime cannot go unpunished.
So we're going to tell him to fuck off with
I
50 medicine
apologize
skill. We need at least 50 medicine skill or 50 speech or I believe light or higher. I believe idolize with the Legion maybe even to get him to not hate us. But now I'm going to show you how to sell Arcade into slavery because that's my favorite way to beat this quest. It is my personal favorite way to beat this quest. So in order to do this, we need to have Arcade Ganton in our recruited party of followers before we properly begin the quest. So we need to have destroyed the Brotherhood of Steel and then recruit Ganon. As we also cannot have completed Ganon's companion quest for old time's sake, because if we do that, he will abandon us. He will get pissy and abandon us. And I'm over encumbered, so I'm just gonna really quickly drop and this thing, and I'm gonna put my NCR armor. There's also the reason I'm wearing NCR armor is because if your Legion rep is too high and your NCR rep too low, if your Legion rep is too high, he will not follow you. So I'm wearing the NCR armor to lower my Legion rep and raise my NCR rep so that he will follow me. We also need to pass either a speech check, a reputation check with the followers, or an intelligence check of 3 or less. Also, there's grass in the sky. I don't know if that's been there this whole time or not. I'm fairly certain that's new. Yeah, it's over there too. The fuck. I don't know if that's been there the whole time I've had FreeSide Open installed now. Now I'm scared.
Glad those damn bots are
Anyway, so Ganon is kind of a Where's Waldo to find him sometimes. Sometimes he's in this tent, sometimes he's not.
Hi. If you're
I'm going
looking
to speed through his dialogue because it doesn't pertain to the quest and it's kind of boring. So he's not following us. I'm going to just take my... It's also very key that you remember to strip out of your NCR armor if you're wearing it to recruit him, as wearing NCR armor in the fort will get you shot to shit. I forgot this at least twice while trying to record this fucking walkthrough. I also forgot that I muted my mic. I also forgot to recruit him one time.
By order of Kaiser.
I also
I'm not
screwed up the
exactly
skill
mercenary,
checks one
but
time.
Taking out scumbags of this magnitude wouldn't cause me to lose any sleep.
Usually when you first come to the fort, he has dialogue with you. He forces a dialogue with you. I don't know why he's not doing it for me right now. I assume it might just be a glitch of scripting, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you answer his question when he yells at you, unless you've gotten a certain amount of negative points with him. But that's besides the point. That shouldn't. Again, if you're doing it like I am, where you're literally recruiting him just to do this, it should not matter in the least. But yeah, so we're just gonna walk to Caesar's tent again. But the reason I'm doing this is because this is like one of my favorite quests in the game. It's one of the few quests that in Fallout history that can be beaten without violence, especially since Fallout 4 got released. Jesus Christ, so many of those quests require you to kill someone or something. Gets kind of repetitive. Yeah, we're gonna tell him to wait.
Okay.
And we should be able to walk into the tent. Yep. And there was a bit of dialogue where we're forced by the game to ask Kaiser about his autodoc. However, since we have Ganon in our company, we can just tell him, "Hey, I've got a buddy who can help."
Has the Brotherhood been destroyed?
The only way to get the line about Ganon is to either have recruited him previously or to have him in your company right now, when you enter the tent. However, I do not recommend recruiting him and going through the Legion quest with him in your party, as your actions will likely get him to hate your guts and abandon you.
Alright, let's state
The obvious, there's something wrong with you. The headaches are blah blah blah, the dick. So yeah, we can say, I'm gonna use my medicine skill. I'm gonna use my speech. And you can simply say, one of my companions, Arcade, has medical expertise. You could take him to this guy. He's standing right outside your tent.
I'll have my
Every
guards
day's your
take him
birthday.
captive. If he cures my condition, I'll see to it that your reward is several times his value.
So you lose his perk. The quest gets completed. And congratulations, you've just done something monstrous, you horrible, horrible person. But yeah, this is the end of the quest. Or at least it should be if everything went the way I intended it to go. Yep, there we go. So yeah, the quest is now complete. Congratulations, you've sold Ganon into slavery. Or you've done the surgery, or you've murdered Caesar. I'm going to use this bit of free time I have right now to plug plug a future video I have planned. I'm going to do Vault 34. There are 3 quests that converge on Vault 34. Hard Luck Blues is one of them. Veronica, I can't pronounce her last name's personal quest, Could I Make You Care, converges on it. And the quest Et Tumor Brute, which we just finished, all converge on Vault 34. I will do a walkthrough and I will pick up every single quest essential item and I will show you where they're all hidden. But that of course requires me actually having the courage to go through Vault 34 and to suffer. But yeah, there's also a bit of dialogue between Caesar and Arcade, which we won't be demonstrating because I don't want to spoil that. So, yeah, good luck.